Everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from, yes, downtown Manila. And today we've got an awesome guest from Montana in the USA. I'm going to tell you about it shortly. But firstly, I want to talk about you. Why don't you come on and get 15 minutes of fame and spread the word all over the world about how wonderful you are and what you can do to help people? Think about it, guys. TV commercial would set you back some $30,000, and people might go to the toilet or make a cup of coffee and miss your commercial completely. All right. Uh, 10 radio spots might set you back $3,000 to $5,000, and they might put them on around midnight and 2 a.m. in the morning when no one's around. So, guys, come on 15 minutes of fame, totally free, and we'll put you across 14 different social media channels, including YouTube, with all your social media links and get you in front of thousands and thousands of people all over the world, all totally free. So, isn't that a great deal? So, why don't you like and subscribe to this channel and meet awesome people, just like our next guest, who I'm about to introduce. Let me tell you a bit about her. Her name is Chelsie Kennedy, and Chelsie Kennedy is the founder of Chelsie Lael Kennedy Limited, health and wellness expert. I've been doing this for 4 years plus. She's a 500-hour trauma-informed yoga instructor, specializing in somatic movement and mindfulness, and she'll tell you all about that in a moment. I help people feel better in their bodies through mindful breathing and gentle somatic movement practices. Also incorporate emotional code techniques into my practice to support emotional and physical well-being. Isn't that important, guys? All about stretching and learning and listen to your body. Listen to your body when it's talking to you. Key achievements or projects, part of her 𝐌𝐢𝐬𝐴 co-author signature course, Transform Habits in 12 Weeks Blueprint, 500 trauma-informed somatic yoga certifications, enrolled in breathing deeply yoga therapy training. And her favorite quote. Are you ready for this one, guys? For the seed to achieve its greatness expression, it must completely become undone. The shell cracks, the insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction. And I say, guys, don't talk butterfly language to a caterpillar. Remember that saying, guys. It's a good one. All right, interesting thing. Fact about herself. She's a mum of 2 lovely boys and dogs, former mechanic in the Army Guard, and grew up in a population of just 50 people. Imagine that, guys. Christmas time would be fun, wouldn't it? You just go around and give 49 presents. You know them all. Anyway, it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Chelsie. Good evening, Chelsie. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me here today and the beautiful introduction.
No trouble whatsoever. Just send my bottle of scotch to the address I already gave you. No kidding. Let's get on with the show. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. How did this all come about?
It came kind of out of necessity. I was in my early 20s exiting the military. I had a degree in business economics, but I wasn't feeling purposeful or fulfilled in corporate America. And I made a transition to Montana, USA from Omaha, Nebraska, and really set on a holistic, organic path to heal. I struggled with migraines and chronic pain, and
Wow.
I had done everything from trying medications to, I still incorporate things like acupuncture and chiropractic and cranial sacral therapy, but my yoga practice has been really foundational and helped me regain strength and length in my body and flexibility, not only in my body, but my mind and my being.
Awesome. Yeah, movement's very important. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how have you overcome that?
The most challenging aspect is having to apply the work to myself and dig deeply through the layers of Chelsea to be present and embodied in this world, in this life. We can often get pulled in many different directions. I had a traumatic experience in the military and post-military, and I was just too young to say my life's over. I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And kind of pull myself out of some dark spaces.
Interesting. I've just been talking to my last 2 guests were veterans. They were talking about, the way veterans are treated when they come back from overseas, etc., and the high suicide rate, which is terrible. But it was a very interesting subject for me. It was a bit of an eye opener. Tell us about an important moment in your career that changed the direction in which you're going. What was it? What was that pivotal moment?
My my passions actually started out in industrial hemp and building hemp homes that were non-toxic and mold-proof, fire-resistant. And there was a lot of legislation around the hemp industry and a lot of red tape in a new emerging industry in America.
Mhm.
So I set out on this quest of personal development, and that is what put me into the trajectory of healthy wellness that could work on the individual level, but also the collective role. Like I work with individuals, but also teams.
Mhm.
And the whole idea came from a mentor of mine who had kind of clued me in on something Elon Musk had done. He had to create companies to get to space.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I need to build a company that can generate cash flow because investors aren't taking the risk on this new industry. The banks aren't opening up financial pathways to this industry that they know nothing about. So I had to look inside of myself and see what I could offer of value to generate revenue to fund this other dream of hemp fiber processing and veterans being very near and dear to my heart. Um, it's a high number, and I'm assist certified, which is a suicide assistant and crisis intervention. And it's on my heart to just I've been there, and I want to help people say that yes, we can recover, we can get back up and find meaning and purpose in what we do, and a lot of it really is looking within and slowing down and for veterans, but also the civilian population that we got to look at what we've been through.
Ben, great answer. In your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that have helped to contribute to your overall success?
The trauma informed approach and neuroscience developments that prove the powerful impact of breath and really slowing down. I think the science that is emerging from even what they call eye rest or yoga nidra, which is a body scan type meditation that helps people who are recovering from PTSD, also known as PTS now, or even traumatic brain injuries and rewiring neural networks.
Yeah, plus I'm sure your determination's helped you and your willingness to learn, right? You've obviously got a very inquisitive mind. Um, Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your current field?
I think the challenges that present in competing in an online market
Mhm.
have become kind of my puzzle. And how do I show up and create a space online because I don't operate in a brick and mortar? And I think the most fun part of where we're at in technology is that it's really user friendly
Yeah.
and more accessible. And one of the biggest things that I got to do was I got to partner with an app company to launch my own app with
Awesome.
mindfulness practices and my signature course in that. And I'm getting ready to submit it to the Apple and Google Play stores.
Fabulous.
Um,
Well
I
done.
just got my DUNS number today. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Tell me about it, and this is probably it, but to tell me and discuss a recent project or achievement you're particularly proud of.
Yes, it's launching this passion app with my signature course of Transform 6 Habits in 12 Weeks Blueprint, helping
Fantastic.
people feel better through breath, getting better sleep, movement, and
It's very important. Very, very important. Especially as you get older. Very important. Keep moving. And the other, it's just you challenge people. It's awesome that you're helping contribute to society in that way. Tell me, what advice would you give someone aspiring to follow in your footsteps? What would you tell them?
don't push and allow yourself to be where you're at
Mhm.
and really just showing up with curiosity, kindness, and self-compassion and dropping the comparisons.
Lovely. Yeah, you're like me. You haven't got a job, you got a passion. And it's great to get out of bed in the morning, isn't it? 'Cause when you've got a passion, it's not work. You just want to turn up. It's fun.
It
Looking
is.
at, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
My goals and aspirations for the future include developing a consistent revenue stream with my passion app launch and course signature course launching that I can fund hemp fiber processing centers for rural America to return quality jobs
Yeah,
to small areas and the sustainability that hemp has to offer. The demand can't be met. We can purify our soils, purify our airs, and then have toxin-free homes, everyday essentials like our plastics and our paper products, but also our clothing, that we could just stop relying on the
yeah,
toxins that are hurting our
yeah.
bodies.
People don't realize. I've read articles. I mean, one of the articles I read was, "Is your home killing you?" It was a bit confronting, but it had some interesting things about it. And you know about this far more than I. But it's interesting, isn't it? What you feel, what you breathe. It's amazing. You know,
Yep.
it's an absolute science in itself. It's something people should look at. Tell our listeners and people watching this and listening, of course, the best way to reach out and engage with you and have a chat to you about all this.
I would love to connect with you on any of the socials. I have a website. It's H3ALEALUS.online. But you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and soon to be launching this Passion app, which links will be on the websites and the socials.
Lovely. And then when that comes out, when it's ready, make sure you go back to the YouTube video and add them. If you haven't given it to us already, add anything you wish to, please. Tell us, before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
I grew up in a rural South Dakota town with only 50 people, and
Pretty
I
amazing.
just really am a small town girl.
Yeah.
But I live in a bigger
I,
town now.
I couldn't think of anything much smaller. 50's amazing. Is that fit? By the way, is that 50 still there, or is it diminished or growing?
It's gone down a little bit.
Wow.
My family had seven, and we moved on, right?
Yeah, that's 43
Five
left.
kids, two adults, right? Yeah, so, but we still go back, we visit, and it is a nice place. I got to take my kids back too, and they got to drive their go-kart down the middle of Main Street because there's
No
nobody
one's
there, and you
there.
can.
You won't hit anything.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Once again, I'd like to thank you for being on the show. I'm about to wrap this up. So, guys, if you want to come and have your 15 minutes of fame, just like Chelsie, and find and meet some very interesting people, guys, from all over the world, and like you, they've all got a story to tell. So, please come on 15 minutes of fame and tell the world your story, because we're all wanting to hear it. So, once again, thanks, Chelsie, for being on the show, and
Thank you, Jeff.
we look forward to seeing you very shortly.